So we are here in the present ways and always as usual. I introduce myself, Rydell Onik Burns. Father is with me here. Deuce, hands in top. Okay, let's go to this. Another day, another speaking, another elevation, another teachings. So while we are understanding the life on the circle that we are trying to fix here, while we are understanding the government that's failing here, once we are understanding the police officers in uniform are not uniform or failing here, we are understanding kings and queens in the universe are failing here. We understanding the teaching of knowledge for kids are failing here. We are understanding that the animals need better care are failing here. We are understanding that the poor is not getting no benefit in the universe, in the sections of the world, as we are looking for oneness, are failing here. We're looking at the ways of life, it's all failing underneath the knowledge of 25%. We are looking for 100 more knowledge and growth of oneness in understanding. The word fail, it makes me want to cry. It makes me feel like we are not following the ways of life that we were brought forth here. The word failing makes mothers and fathers of life look like they're lost. During the pandemic, that word is dear. So before the pandemic, we had failures. Histories, a long time ago, we had failures from the first time we had to wear masks. I had a history number here. This is 6th time in the universe that we had a pandemic in history. It's already reached the 6 marks of 6 pandemics in history as is written in the wave. The first pandemic that we had in history, a life form, was the plague. I guess you guys do not understand that the plague was a dangerous levels of life that was sequenced over the whole entire world. People said in the history of life, it was only in Jerusalem, it was only in Israel, it was only in those Middle East countries. No, my friend. So as I said forth, the pandemic of history is always there. It's never been gone. So let's look at these details here while you're wearing these masks while I'm here teaching. Looking for cure, you're working your ways into scientific ways to build safety and life sources of energy. It's just like a bulb with the negative and the positive and the grounds. If each and every one hits at the same time, it can cause a serious effect of fire. So we look at these hearts here. We look at these ways of life here. We look at these moments of truth that you have to have inside you. We see these effects of one another cutting each other throat for the ways of life to have a crown over their own head. You cut each other's throat in government world, even in the classroom, the teachers does that. Even when you go to the hospital, they will kill you. They will cut your throat. In every ways of life that we see forth, these terms are here. Let's look at this ways here. I live in Woodstock. I remember when it hits the news, this old lady was wiping out every old people in the nursing home. She ended up in jail. It's a lady that I walk past and I see many times. I remember when it hits the news, when a person kills a landlord and bury him in the basement. That was history. I still look at that. So, as I said, you have to be careful with the circle that you're building. And that circle depends on your life and the growth that you are building yourself on. And these are women effect. These are women effect that kills others in getting away with their ways of crime in the universe. So I said, to die I ways and the teachings, and to the government, and to the notifications, while I'm here, the circles in the human population is not supposed to be in your circle. They're not supposed to be in your circle because your circle is supposed to be sending the information out. Your circle is supposed to be sending the information out. You're supposed to have your circle sequence in the ways of life that you are sending the information out, not crucifying. Not crucifying. I know you got knowledge here. I know you got understanding. I know you got heavenly ways. But the effect of the journey, as I said forth, is the understanding what you are getting here make you not sit underneath 25%. The 25% becomes a tragedy for the human population. It comes a devastated in the heart of the growth that's coming here and said, I don't think there's no love on earth anymore. I don't think anyone love anyone anymore the ways that they should love each other. But as soon as you find yourself into danger or you're dying or somebody die closely to you, you find yourself open up a heart that you never had before. Why is that affecting in your nature of living? So these levels of teachings, as I said, the circles of the truth and the balance of understanding and the growth of knowledge have to start here. Lift your feet up of 25% and get yourself into the average of 100% mark from the knowledge of the growth. Kings and queens said, I cannot fix this. Government said, I cannot fix this. They're not listening to me. So, no one is listening here. And officers are taking rules. Officers take rules, judge take rules, everybody take rules, but they're all gonna say, no one is listening to me. They're not listening to me. I just arrest him. I just charge him. I just put him in jail. And no one is listening to me. These are your effect of what you're trying to say. Between the races and the killing and the pandemic situations, they said, no one is listening to me. Everyone has bad behavior. So they look at the bad behavior and look at no one listening to me because of the circle of the world that we live in. The choices that was left here in knowledge for you to choose from. So those choices are running out. Those choices has no more feeding left. The feeding of those choices are getting into the final destination. With these teachings, I told you, man and woman and kids, overall, the ears is the effect of the ground. The ears is the effect of the ground once you can hear the earth in many ways, with the understandable why you are here. The dirt, the dust, the earth, once you can hear. That's where you go, and that's not where you stay. You go up afterwards. The cycle, my friend. Okay, let's look back at this here. I said to myself, again one more time, the circle. The circle has a lot to do with the government situations into the politician world. Sorry for that word. Not really sorry, but I apologize. The politician world into the politics lifestyle. In living and balancing the universe into the economic and the growth. The government world, with the laws and the justifications of the politicians and the politics of circles, is to see who is the right one to have these moments of choosing. So my friends and brothers, I said to myself, in saving a prayer or saving a life, what makes the prayer save the life is because it answers with a properly steady and percentage heart. How can you not answer my prayer? Because there is no power from your heart receiving the knowledge that gave to me that could teach the universe or help others. So as I left these moments here, and I leave these ways of life in front of you, as government and politicians and the universe of life itself. From the ground to the seeds that bear, and from the earth you may return. In many ways, your luggage will travel to the wheel, maybe on your soul of understanding. People in life has those effects. They make those journeys. They accomplish things they never know. Things they don't understand, they accomplish. For instance, let's look at a person here. Bob Marley. That's one. Let's look at Michael Jackson here. We have one more there. You still want more? Let's look at Martin Luther King, the one that you crown and give you promised land. Well, you already have the land inside you. That's what the promised land was. Same thing Father did. Jesus came and gave you the light and said, you will see the light is here. Always here. So, let's go back to the ways here. How can you understand you? How can you understand you? This is how you understand you in the universe. We have a voting here. We have a ballot here. And putting your sticks and your marks in those ballots, know your choices. If that's what you desire, if that's what you desire in the universe, then you should continue that way. If that's not what you desire, then follow the changes while the teachings is here on your final destination of truth that I'm looking for from the tabernacle, with the crowd, with the teachings, with the understanding, and the notification. Let's give you a warm blessings. A lot of people would read this and do not understand, because the problem is bigger than your numbers of grade that goes to the sin. Dose out.